The laboratory is an essential component of any hospital system. Every year, more than 4 billion laboratory tests are performed in the United States, and those test results impact 70% of all interactions between doctors and patients. There is a growing need for medical laboratory professionals, with the average age of lab professionals now at nearly 60 years. Let's take a look behind the scenes at some of the work that's done at the Bayhealth Hospital Kent Campus Laboratory to understand what lab professionals do each day.
Surgical specimen come to the lab at this point and get dissected, measured, described in order to lead to the diagnosis of the patient. This helps with things as simple as an appendicitis or a placenta, or something as complex as a cancer resection to lead to staging and treatment for the patient.
After the specimen is grossed in by the pathologist assistant, it is then embedded for proper orientation. After the orientation process, it is then embedded and cut at a 4-micron section. It is then prepared for staining. There are various different types of stains, one of which is the IHC, immunohistochemical staining, which demonstrates protein-based staining that help detect different types of cancers or microorganisms in a cell.
In cytology, we analyze cells on slides. Fluids in different specimens come into the lab, we prep them, we use different stains. The next day we look at them under the microscope, we dot them, and we do preliminary diagnoses for the pathologist to make an accurate diagnosis and order any more special stains that we need.
As a patient care tech, we are responsible for collecting blood samples for patients throughout the hospital, and we receive all specimens into the computer system for testing.
In chemistry, we have one of the largest test menus inside the lab. For example, we test blood sugar, electrolytes, liver enzymes, as well as infectious disease testing, hormone levels, and tumor markers. Because of the large volume we see, chemistry requires a lot of multitasking. One way of doing that is through our use of automation to standardize the process so the technologist can focus on the more complex testing. Since we use a lot of automation that does not remove the technologist portion, as scientists, we monitor the instruments to ensure accuracy of results.
In the hematology department, we perform testing for blood counts, specifically white blood cells, red blood cells, and platelets. We also look at different types of white blood cells. We test blood's ability to clot, and in doing so are also testing for patients who are on different types of blood thinners. In addition to blood, we test urine and other body fluids.
Blood Bank is responsible for the safe and adequate transfusion of blood and blood products. We perform routine and specialized testing to ensure the blood is compatible before transfusion. Here at Bayhealth Kent Campus, we transfuse approximately 400 units a month, supporting the transfusion needs of the community.
In the microbiology laboratory, we identify microorganisms causing infections in our patients and report to physicians which antibiotics will be effective. This includes bacteria, viruses, fungus, and parasites. We achieve this by analyzing specimens for the organism's DNA or growing the organisms in culture.
I hope you've enjoyed the behind-the-scenes tour of the Bayhealth Lab. Hopefully it will inspire some of you to pursue careers in the laboratory professions. To learn more about open positions at Bayhealth, please visit our careers page.